During the lockdowns, I discovered the work of Thomas More. He's written quite a few books. The Care of the Soul is one, but I was particularly interested in reading his book, Dark Night of the Souls. And here More talks about the dark night of the soul. I think it was a term that St. John of the Cross coined and actually wrote a book about many, many years ago. And we will definitely be having one of the webinars. We will explore this, the dark night of the soul, and how aromatherapy and essential oils can help us to deal with the challenges that we might experience. And I'm sure it's something that we have all experienced. The dark night of the soul refers to something that challenges our life in such a profound way that it could be a major illness, it could be a death in the family, it could be a loss of a job. And it's all about how do we find the strength to deal with such a situation. I think every single one of us went through that during the lockdown, didn't we? More importantly, what do we learn from the dark night of the soul? Do we simply just become angry, bitter, and withdrawn from the world? And for a while, that's exactly how I felt. Now, or, as Thomas More puts it, in doing so, we simply descend down the pathway of mediocrity. This is a very powerful statement that he makes. And Thomas More says in his book, "It is the failure to let the inner brilliance shine when the inner genius shows itself in personality, way of life, values, and expression, mediocrity disappears. It is the cloud that prevents the spark from being seen. Mediocrity is an attitude of do only what is necessary and sufficient, the feeling of not having an essence worth showing. It involves giving up on the possibility of living an outstanding life." More reminds us that the dark night of the soul is not a psychological syndrome, but a quest for meaning during life's darkest hours. It is an opportunity to restore oneself, and More suggests it should be an opportunity to reflect and delve into our soul's deepest needs, so that one can find new and better understanding of our meaning in life. He states that we can use the dark night of the soul to transcend mediocrity and to encounter the numinous. This is another term that I love. And it was after understanding what he meant by the term numinous, after reading his book, The Dark Night of the Soul, I realized that essential oils allow us to deal with the dark night of the soul and to experience the numinous. When we talk about subtle aromatherapy and how it influences our psyche, we are talking about that unique aspect of that essential oil that has an influence. It refers to a feeling of awe that we experience when we connect with nature or when we connect with the rest of humankind. The numinous allows us to reconnect with our passion and purpose in life. The numinous is the heart of that spiritual experience. And I believe, as Susan Fisher-Rizzi had originally said, it's like it opens the door. Essential oils open the door to the soul, and in doing so, it allows us to experience the numinous. And what she did, when she speaks about essential oils in this way, she's talking about their numinous qualities. I love the way in which More states, and remember his background is in psychotherapy and psychology, he says that it should be our role as healthcare providers to nourish the numinous rather than focusing on the traditional therapeutic approach, which simply aims at the removal of the symptoms as the goal of the treatment. That's really the heart and soul of what we are going to explore in the Aromatree Academy. I hope that you will be able to experience the numinous in some of the presentations that I will be doing and some of the work that I will be presenting in the Aromatree Academy. Thank you.